welcome. This is our second free yoga at the Whale's Tail. So thank you so much for coming out here today. Today's class is all going to be themed about the fog, the ocean, maybe some wind. Let's not manifest that to come here, but we do sometimes get the wind here. We have Karl the Fog. I have racked my brain really hard, and I think Wanda the Wind sounds appropriate, but if you have another name for her, come talk to me after class and we can talk about it. But yeah, this is an all levels class. We'll be doing 3 rounds of sequence, and every single time we'll be adding onto it. If something doesn't feel good and you want to hang tight in one of the poses that we've done previously, you can always just hang out there. Otherwise, the pose that we will be working up towards, our peak pose of class, is called a half moon. It is a standing balancing posture. So we'll start here, an extended side angle, and then we can place our hand on the hip for more support. Start to put the weight in that front leg, get light on that back leg, and then you lift up here. Your hands can tent up on those fingers for a little bit more support. You can lift that hand up, and maybe one day you come into that full balance. If that doesn't feel good, just hang out here. I'll be giving you lots of modifications throughout your practice. And if you ever want to just hang tight in a child's pose, you're more than welcome to do that as well. All right. It is 11, so let's get started. I'd like you all to join me in a seated position. Come to whatever feels good for you. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit on your knees. And just take a moment to rock side to side. Once you feel nice and settled, you can start to come into some stillness. You can either have a soft gaze at the grass in front of you, or if you feel safe to do so, you can start to close your eyes here. I like to start all of my classes with a seated meditation. So start to bring your awareness to your breath, taking long, deep inhalations in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and out through the mouth. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that going. Take a moment to listen to the sounds around you at the park. Maybe the birds chirping. Maybe the leaves gently rustling in the breeze. Or any other noises. If you would like to set an intention for your practice, you could take a moment to say that to yourself. We'll take one deep breath here all together, wherever you are. Take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, let it go. Whenever you feel ready, start to slowly open your eyes and come back into the space. And then I'd like to have you, if you're crossing your legs, change the crossing of your legs. Just notice how this side feels compared to the other. And then maybe gently rock side to side, just to get out any of that movement. And then drop your hands by your side. All right. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Reach up towards the side. And exhale, place your left hand down. Inhale, lift right arm up, and then reach over to the side. Feel that nice opening along the intercostals, the space between the rib cage. Hold it here. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead. And exhale, switch sides. Right hand comes down, inhale to lift, and exhale will bring you over to the side. Hold it here. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead. Turn your palms to face me. Take a big breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Imagine that you're pulling down a pull-up bar. Squeeze your shoulder blades in between, behind you. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. And exhale, pull down. one more time. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, pull down. Imagine you have a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Just let that feel good. Inhale, arms lift up overhead, and then exhale, drop your hands by your side. We're going to open the legs up just about the width of your mat. It doesn't have to be anything crazy right now, we're still warming up. And then on your next inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, tent up on your fingers, so spider fingers here, roll the shoulders back, take a big breath here, inhale, and exhale, maybe walk the hands in front of you. This pose can be pretty intense if you have tightness in your hips, so what you can do, you can bend the knees, or you can bring your feet in closer together, and that can help. But we're just going to do some nice hip opening today, so this will feel really nice as we warm up. We'll take one more big breath here. Inhale and exhale. Maybe get a little bit deeper. Hold it here. On your next inhale, start to walk the hands back to center. Start to bend your right knee, and then bring your right foot to the inside of that left thigh, moving into Janusrasana. Inhale, your right hand comes up and start to reach over towards your left foot. So we've kind of done this a little bit similar earlier in this practice. Now listen carefully. On your next inhale, start to bring your right hand behind you, behind your right hip. Your left hand starts to sweep in front of you, goes across the chest, press into that back hand, and then start to lift the hips up. Yes. Very good. Making a big circle here with the hand overhead. Start to drop the hip, and then we do that 2 more times. Making these big circles with that left hand. Start to reach in front of you, lift those hips up overhead, reach that hand behind you, and exhale, drop that hip down. 1 more time, reaching forward, making that big circle as you lift the hips up towards the sky. And exhale, drop that hip back down. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So this time, extend your right leg long, left foot comes in. And then first, start to lift that left hand up overhead and reach towards that right foot. Starting to create some space in the side body. On your next inhale, left hand comes behind you, fingers face out behind you. Place that weight there. Right hand reaches in front of you. Start to lift those hips up towards the sky. Make that big circle here. And then start to bring it back down. 2 more times. Inhale to lift, feeling that nice stretch in the shoulder, in the front of the hip. And then bring it back down. Nice job, everyone. 1 more. Inhale to lift. Maybe getting a little bit deeper, opening up that circle, and finally come all the way down. Amazing job. Start to cross the feet. So coming back into that seated position, just a moment, and then we're going to come into a tabletop position. So I like to transition from here. Hands come in front of you, and then you just lift the hips up, uncross your ankles, and you're in a tabletop. So from here, warming up the spine with cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift gaze up. And exhale, tuck tailbone under, press the ground away, moving into cat pose. So keep this going, time each movement with each breath. If you would like to introduce any other movement here, you can do that now. Maybe that's rocking the hips side to side, shoulders side to side. Maybe closing the eyes. Whatever feels good for you. So as I said at the beginning of class, today's class is all themed about the fog, Karl the Fog, and Wander the Wind, and the oceans. We'll be doing lots of flowy movement, lots of big circles with the body. And overall, this will just be a full body yoga class, so you'll leave here feeling really, really good. Wherever you are, just take 1 more round. And at the end of your next exhale, start to come back, neutral tabletop position. And then from here, start to curl toes under. We lift up, first downward facing dog of the day. Start to pedal the feet out, bending 1 knee at a time. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Take a moment to check in with your foundation. Are all 10 fingers spread out really, really wide? That'll give you a wider base. That'll alleviate some pressure in the wrist. Are your feet about hip distance apart? Making sure you're on those railroad tracks. This will also help with your balance. And if you're noticing that your hamstrings, the back of your thighs, are feeling really tight this morning, you can always bend those knees really deep. And then from there, over time, maybe your hamstrings will open up, and then maybe one day your heels will reach down towards the floor. All together, wherever you are, let's take one big breath together. Inhale, take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, let it go. Release. Start to bend into the knees, look towards the front of your mat. Slowly walk the feet to meet the hands, hang heavy here, forward fold. Couple options for you. You can either grab opposite elbows and gently rock side to side. This will release tension in the low back and will overall just feel really good. The wider your feet are, the more support you'll have here. And your other option is to interlace your fingers behind your back, and you can either keep them here by your hips, or you can reach them up overhead. And from here, you can bend one knee at a time as you gently open the fronts of the shoulders, and you swing just gently side to side. Whatever choice you choose to make today, it's all up to you. It's all up to your body. It is all about whatever you need today. Wherever you are, let's just take one more big breath here. And at the end of your next exhale, wherever you are, release your hands, hang heavy, and then slowly start to roll up to standing, stacking one vertebrae at a time. When you get up to the top, roll the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back down, palms face the front of the space here. All right, if you're not at the top of your mat, stop all the way up to the front, toes together, heels slightly apart. 2 rounds of our vinyasa here. We always modify with our first one, and throughout your practice, if you ever need to modify, do this, what I show you, but moving forward, I will be demonstrating our full vinyasas. How are we feeling, everyone? Feeling good? Yes, all right. Start to bend into your knees, sweep your arms up overhead, reach up towards the sky, and exhale, hinge from the hips, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, place your hands on your shins, your thighs, make an L shape with the body, gaze down towards the floor. Bend into the knees, place your hands onto the mat, step back, high plank position. We modify this first round, so lower the knees down, untuck your toes, squeeze your elbows into your side, slowly lower the chest down all the way down to the ground. Beautiful job. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift for cobra, gazing a few inches in front of the mat, and exhale, lower the chest down. Ground into the hands, start to lift the hips up, bring them back into a child's pose, hips come towards the heels, and then curl toes under, lift hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. We've been here before. We just take one breath here to reset to ground. And at the end of your next exhale, bend into the knees, look towards the front of your mat, slowly walk the feet to meet the hands, hang heavy here, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, release. Ground into the feet, inhale, bend into the knees, sweep arms up overhead, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, bring hands to heart center, and then release them by your side. Awesome, so that is our modified version. Now we're gonna build on that and do our full version. So come up to the top of the mat, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, bend into the knees, sweep arms up overhead, reach up towards the sky, get as big as you can. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, hands go on the mat, step back, high plank position. You can modify by lowering the knees down, otherwise meeting me in a high plank. Start to move into chaturanga, shoulders go past your hands, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, drop the hips, look towards the front of our space. And exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips up towards the sky. 2 breaths here this time. Maybe shake the head yes, maybe shake the head no, maybe bend into the knees. One more breath. And at the end of your exhale, wherever you are, bend into the knees, look towards the front of your mat, slowly walk the feet to meet your hands, hang heavy here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Ground into the feet. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center and release them by your side. Awesome. Toes together. One more time. Bend into the knees. Arms sweep up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Your choice of a vinyasa here. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands go on the mat on your exhale. Step or hop back, high plank position. We all meet in a downward facing dog, however you would like to get there, no rush at all. And downward facing dog, 2 breaths here. On your next inhale, start to lift your right leg up. Stack your right foot on, or your right hip on top of the left, meeting in a 3-legged dog. You can stay here. You can make circles with the knees, circles with the ankle. You can flip your dog if that's in your practice by bringing that foot behind you. And if you're flipping your dog, similar to what we did in that Janu Sirsasana, make sure that you're pressing the hips up towards the sky. Nice job, everyone. If you're making circles with the knees, circles with the ankle, switch the direction, do the other direction. If you're flipping your dog, start to come out of it, 3-legged dog, right foot kicks behind you, right toes face down. Take a big breath here, inhale, and exhale, step the right foot in between your hands, lower left knee down, meeting in a low lunge. Place the hands on the hips, and inhale, lift the chest up. All right, so this is our first sequence as we build up on this. This is our most modified version of it, so if you need to take this later in your practice, you're more than welcome to do it. On your next inhale, arms lift up overhead. Turn your hands to face me. Start to wiggle your left fingers. And now bring your left hand in front of you and your right hand reaches behind you. So coming into a nice twist here. Making sure that you're pressing into that front right foot. Maybe bring the gaze behind you all the way to the back of the meadow. And you can stay here, or you can reverse it. Bring that right hand down towards your back leg. Left hand lifts up towards the sky. Feel that nice stretch in that front left hip flexor. Use your inhale to lift you back up. And exhale, cartwheel the left hand all the way down to the floor. Right hand lifts up, simple twist. So you're staying here. You can stay here if you need more support today. Otherwise, meeting in a full simple twist. Curl left toes under, lift left knee up. So other modifying with that back knee down, we're staying here. You can stay static or you can introduce some arm circles. So start to gaze up towards the sky and start to reach that right hand towards the top of the mat. And use your next inhale to lift it all the way up and behind you. Do that 2 more times. Reaching to the front and then reaching back. 1 more, reaching forward. And reaching behind you. The next time that the right hand comes all the way to the front of the mat, keep it there, ground into both hands, and then step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Option 2, stay here, or you can take a vinyasa if you would like. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Absolutely no rush to get there. Whenever you are all back in your downward facing dog, on your next inhale, lift your left leg up, bend left knee, stack the left hip on top of the right, and same thing as on the other side. You can make circles with the knee, circles with the ankle. You can step that foot behind you and flip your dog, really pressing the hips all the way up towards the sky. Just making sure that you're keeping it balanced and doing the same thing that you did on the other side. If you're making those circles, switch the direction of the foot and of the knee. And if you're flipping your dog, start to come back, 3-legged dog. Everyone, left toes start to face down towards your mat. Start to look towards the front of your mat. Step the left foot in between your hands, lower right knee down, meeting in a low lunge. Place the hands on the hips, and inhale will lift you back up. On your next inhale, arms lift up overhead, low lunge. All right, so same thing on the other side. Turn your hands to face me. Wiggle your right fingers. Take a big breath. And then twist to the side. Right hand comes in front of you. Left hand reaches behind you. So really grounding into that front knee. Make sure that the knee's not caving out to the side. Nice, good adjustment. And you can either stay here if you want to get deeper. Start to bring your right hand or your left hand behind you. Right arm lifts up towards the sky. To reverse. On your next inhale, use your core strength, lift yourself up, cartwheel the right hand all the way down to the floor, left hand lifts up towards the sky. So a modified simple twist here. You're more than welcome to stay here if you want more. Curl right toes under, lift right knee up. Getting a little bit more opening in that hip flexor. And you can either stay static or you can start to introduce some movement here. Start to bring the left hand all the way to the front of the mat. And then start to reach it up and behind you. Imagining that you're making some rainbows here. After a foggy day, maybe the sun starts to break through. You get a nice rainbow coming out through the sky. Maybe the wind starts to create these waving movements that we're seeing here. We'll do one more round. And the next time that the left hand comes all the way up to the front, keep it there. Ground into both hands. Step left foot back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here. Take a vinyasa if you would like. We all meet in a downward facing dog. And again, you always have the option to skip these vinyasas. You can take a child's pose if that feels good for you. So now moving into the second round, going to build up on that sequence. On your next inhale, right leg lifts. And then exhale, right knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Final one. Inhale, kick it back. And exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Getting ready for a high lunge. Hands go on hips. And start to lift the chest up. So we're going to do the same thing that we did, but in a lifted position. On your next inhale, arms lift up overhead. Turn your hands to face me. Start to wiggle your left fingers. And then start to bring your left hand in front of you. Right hand reaches behind you. I know, this is some mental math we're doing here right now. So left hand in front of you, right hand behind you. You can either gaze towards the side, or if you want to challenge yourself, start to bring your gaze towards your back hand. Hold it here. And you can either stay here or you can reverse it. Right hand comes behind you, left hand lifts up towards the sky. On your next inhale, use your core strength. Come back into that reverse version. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead. And then we come into a warrior two. Pivot your left foot down, arms open out to the side. So we'll start to build on that. And once we do it a couple of times, you'll come into that nice kind of like ninja movement. All right, sink into that front knee, coming into that warrior two. Gazing past the front hand. Take a big breath here. And exhale, extend a side angle. Right forearm on right thigh. Left arm lifts up overhead. If you would like to take a bind, you can do that now. That might feel good. If you're in that bind, start to come out of it. We all meet extended side angle. On your next inhale, come back, warrior two. And now we reverse. Flip your right hand up, reach forward, right hand lifts up, left hand comes behind you. And on your next exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here. Take a child's pose, take a vinyasa, whatever you would like. We'll do the same thing on the other side. If you're in a child's pose, join us back in a downward facing dog. And whenever you all are ready, on your next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Final one. Inhale, kick it back. And exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Keep that right heel lifted. Hands come on hips. And inhale, we lift up. High lunge. So make sure that that back heel is lifted. Your knee is directly on top of that left ankle. And if you're feeling a little wobbly, you can always toe heel that front foot out and you'll have a wider base, you'll have more support. Once you feel ready, inhale, arms lift up overhead. Just take a moment to settle in. Find a place to focus on, and then start to turn your hands to face me. Start to wiggle your right hand, and then open up into that twist. Right hand comes in front of you, and left hand reaches behind you. And again, you have the option to either gaze to the side of our space, or you can challenge yourself by bringing your gaze towards the back of our meadow. One more big breath here. And you have the option to stay here or start to reverse it. Left hand comes behind you, right hand reaches up towards the sky. On your next inhale, come back into that twisted position. Lift your left hand up, high lunge, and then open up warrior two. Pivot the right foot down. Left hand reaches in front of you. Right hand reaches behind you. So settling, bending into that front left knee. Your right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Shoulders stacking on top of the hips. Hands opening out to a T. Gaze goes past the middle finger of the left hand. One more big breath here. And exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm on left thigh. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. And you can stay here. You can take a half bind, maybe a full bind if you feel open enough for that. Nice job, everyone. If you're in that bind, start to come out of it. Left forearm on the top of left thigh. On your next inhale, start to come back. Warrior two. Arms opening out to the side. Turn the left palm up. Reach forward. Reverse your warrior. Left arm lifts up. Right hand goes behind you. And on your next exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Step that left foot back. Downward facing dog. Option to stay here. Take a child's pose. Take your vinyasa. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Excellent job, everyone. Building up some heat. We're in this nice misty morning. Settling into your down dog for just one more moment. Take a big breath here. Inhale. And big open mouth sigh. Let it go. You're in a child's pose. Start to come back. Downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg lifts. And exhale, moving into that core challenge. Right knee comes towards the left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, final one, kicking it back. And exhale, step right foot in between the hands. Place hands on hips, and we lift back up. Coming into that high lunge. Arms can lift up overhead. Okay, so we have the option to stay here, or our final building on this, adding some dynamic movement. Turn your hands to face me, similar to what we did at the beginning of class. Take a big breath here, inhale, and exhale, pulling down, bending left knee. Let it hover. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, pull down. Final one, inhale, lift, exhale, pull down, hold it here, let it hover. Inhale, we lift up. And exhale, twist. Left hand reaches in front of you, right hand reaches behind you. Very, very good. And And again, you can stay here. You can bring your gaze behind you. Noticing how this feels as we've done this for the third time. Maybe you can get a little bit deeper into that twist. And you can stay here, or you can reverse it. Right hand comes behind you, left hand lifts up towards the sky. You know where we're going. We're gonna move into a warrior two. On your next inhale, hands come up. See if you can do that ninja move. You open out to the side. Nice job. So let's take a moment to settle into your warrior two. You can either stay still, or we're going to do some more fluid movement here. Take a big breath. Exhale, maybe sink in. On your next inhale, arms lift up overhead, straighten right leg. And exhale, bend down. Two more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Final one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, warrior two. And then extended side angle, right forearm comes down, left arm lifts up overhead. Now we have a few options. You can stay here. You can take that half bind, you can take a full bind, or if you would like to move into your peak pose of class, you can get ready to move into a half moon. So place your left hand first on top of the left thigh. Start to bring the gaze down at the right foot. Really ground into that right foot. Maybe step that left foot back, or step it halfway up, and then bring that right hand down to the floor. Tent up on those fingers, spider fingers, and on your next inhale, lift that left leg up. So you can really generously bend that right knee if you need it. Over time, maybe you start to straighten that right leg. Maybe you get light on those right fingertips. And maybe one day, you start to lift that left hand up towards the sky. And of course, if this doesn't feel good for you, just hang out in your extended side angle with that left foot down, left arm reaching up towards the sky. And if you're playing around in that half moon, wherever you are, we'll take two more breaths here. Just exploring the movement, trying to find some stillness, using your core strength. Final breath. And wherever you are, start to bend into that front knee, step that back foot down. We all lift back up, warrior two. Start to lift that right hand. We reverse, so reach it forward, right hand lifts up towards the sky. And exhale, cartwheel the hand all the way down to the floor. And then step right foot back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here, take your Vinyasa, or take a child's pose if that's what you need today. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And then we're gonna move into a nice cool down sequence. So if you're in your child's pose, take a moment. If you're in your downward facing dog and you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can come into a dolphin pose by lowering down onto your forearms. We'll just take a moment for everyone to catch their breath. Nice job. If you want to do something even more crazy, you can always come into a pincha if that's something that's in your practice. I'm not saying anyone try, so no worries. All right, if you're in your child's pose, we'll all start to meet in a downward facing dog. All right, everyone, same thing, other side. On your next inhale, left leg lifts up towards the sky. Move, starting with our core, start to bend left knee in towards, left knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to chest, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. And exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Hands go on hips and lift the chest up. Moving into a high crescent lunge. So making sure that that right heel is lifted. And once you feel nice and strong, arms lift up towards the sky. And again, you can stay static if you would like, or we're gonna start to bring some dynamic movement. So start to turn your hands to face me. Take a big breath here, inhale, and exhale, pull down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, pull down. Final one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull down. Let the knee hover here for just a moment. Inhale, lifts back up. And now start to wiggle those right fingers. Left hand reaches behind you. Right hand reaches in front of you. Twist. So either gazing towards the side of the space, the side with the truck, the trees, or you can start to challenge yourself and bring your gaze behind you. And again, you can stay here, or you can come into that twist. Left hand comes behind you, right hand lifts up towards the sky. Getting ready to move into a warrior two. Left hand reaches up, right foot pivots down, gazing past the left hand. Taking a moment to settle in. And again, you can stay still, or we start to bring some fluid movement on your next inhale. Arms lift up overhead, straighten left leg. And exhale, bend the knee. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Final one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm comes down. And right arm lifts up towards the sky. So again, if you want to you can hang out here. If you want to take a bind, you can do that now. Right hand reaches behind you. Or the left hand can reach under the thigh, grabbing the hand behind you and opening that shoulder, lifting the gaze up. Or you can stay nice and still here. And you can stay here, or you can get ready for our peak pose, our half moon. So place the right hand on the right hip. Bring the gaze down towards the left foot. Start to bring the left hand in front of the left foot. Tent up on those fingers. Step that right foot about halfway on the mat. Ground into that left foot, and whenever you feel ready, lift that right leg up behind you. And you can stay here. You can start to lift that right hand up towards the sky. You can get light on those left fingertips, maybe playing around with your balance, lifting up all the way. And really focus on really kicking that foot behind you, trying to make a T shape with the body. And if you fall out of it, you can always just get right back into it. And of course, if this doesn't feel good for you today, just hang out in that extended side angle. Hold it here, 2 more breaths. Final breath. And wherever you are, start to bend into that left knee. Step your right foot back. We meet in a warrior two for just a moment. Flip that left palm up. Reach forward. Reverse. And then start to cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Step left foot back, downward facing dog. Take your vinyasa here if you would like. Take a child's pose. Maybe grab some water. Good job, everyone. Really building up some heat, some fluid movement in class today. And if you want to, you can either stay in your downward facing dog. If you want to take that challenge, lower down to a dolphin pose. So you're lowering onto your forearms, maybe stepping your toes in. It's almost like a modified downward facing dog. Yes, if you want to do a pincha, you can explore that. Okay, everyone, start to lift back up, downward facing dog for just a moment. Start to open the feet out about the width of your mat. Bend your knees, look towards the top of the mat, and either step or hop your way up. We're gonna move into a malasana. So you can stay here. You can either have your hands on your hips, maybe sink in here, or you can bring your hands to heart center, maybe sink a little bit deeper. That feels like way too much, hands can go on your thighs and you can hang out here. So whatever feels good for you. Meeting in malasana, you can either stay still, you can start to rock side to side, maybe lift one heel up. If you want to take a crow pose or any other sort of arm balance, if that's in your practice, you want to explore that here. The grass is safe. It's a really gentle way of falling. Otherwise, let's just hang out here. Nice malasana. Okay, one more big breath. And wherever you are, we'll start to gently come into a seated position. So bring your bum down to the floor. And what would a ocean, water-themed, fog-themed class be without a boat pose? So we're getting ready for boat. 2 options for you to modify. Hands go behind you. Your fingers are facing in towards you. And you can start to either keep your feet down, or you can start to lift your shins up so that they're parallel. So this is option 1. Option 2. Hands can come out in front of you, palms face up. So using your core strength to really draw the knees in. And imagine that your gaze is going up at a 45-degree angle. And option 3, see if you can extend your feet. Hands come out in front of you. And wherever you are, we're all in this together. Maybe take a moment to hear the sounds around you, to look at the trees around you, really focusing on drawing the core in. We're here for just a few more breaths. Notice if you can release tension in between the eyebrows, release tension in your jaw. 2 more breaths here. Final breath. And exhale, grab the back of your thighs, lower the knees down, and then grab the back of the thighs, start to lower all the way down, and draw the knees into the chest, and gently rock side to side. You did it. We're finally at our cool down. Start to slow down your breathing, connecting back to the breath. It escaped you, focusing on bringing those deep inhalations in through the nose. And take a big open mouth sigh. Let it go. All right. Start to bring both feet down to the floor. And on your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky, interlace behind the right thigh, and just start to point and flex the foot, make some circles with the ankle. Did a lot of standing, balancing poses, so this should feel really nice. And you can either stay here, grabbing the back of the thigh. If you would like to get deeper into this pose, you can start to walk those fingers up maybe to the calf, towards the ankle, or you can also extend the left leg long, coming into that nice stretch here along the whole back side of the leg. And you can either continue pointing and flexing the foot, or you can just stay still, using your bicep strength maybe to bring that knee closer in towards the face. Really focusing and trying to keep the back flat on the floor. So if you're trying to draw the leg in closer by lifting up your back, see if you can release the leg, maybe make that a little lighter, keep the back firmly planted on the floor. Take one more big breath here. And exhale. Start to walk the hands further down to the thigh. And then start to slowly bend the right knee. Drop the right foot down to the floor. Do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Interlace fingers behind left thigh. And first start to point and flex the foot. You can make circles with your toes, with the foot. And if you want to get deeper, you can start to walk those fingers up towards the calf, maybe up towards the ankle. And if you want even more, extend the right leg down and onto the mat. Right toes facing up towards the sky. Feeling that nice deep stretch along the whole back side of the left leg. You can point and flex the foot, make circles with the ankle, or maybe just stay still. Maybe noticing how this side feels compared to the other. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Final big breath. And exhale, release. Start to walk the hands down to the thigh. Bend the left knee. Drop that left foot down. If that right foot is extended, bring it back so that both feet are onto the floor. We're moving into a supine twist. 2 options for you. You can either keep your feet together, knees together, and let the knees fall over to the right side. If you want to get deeper in this pose, lift your left leg up. Bring the left knee on top of the right, and then from here, you can either stay here or you can do eagle legs. So you wrap your left ankle behind the right calf, and then drop the knees over towards the right. So this will get you a bit deeper into the pose, and your hands can either be open out to a T, or if you're short on space, you can cactus the arms by bending the elbow. Gaze can go up towards the sky, or you can gaze past your left shoulder if that feels nice for you today. Really focusing on quieting the mind, quieting the breath. Maybe reflecting on your practice and what you have achieved in class today with all of your classmates here at the beautiful Golden Gate Park, San Francisco. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Final breath. And on your next inhale, start to lift the knees back to center. If the feet or if the ankles are crossed, bring that left foot down to the floor. Do the same thing on the other side. So option to keep the knees together and then just let the knees fall over towards the left. Or if you want to get deeper, your right leg lifts. Cross your right knee on top of the left, and you can either move it to the side from here, or you can wrap that right foot behind the left calf, and then from here, let the knees fall over towards the left, and the gaze can either go up towards the sky, or you can bring it past the right shoulder. Whatever feels good for you. We'll take a few more breaths here. Maybe notice how this side feels compared to the other side. We'll take 1 more breath all together. Take a big breath in through the nose. Big open the side, release. On on your next inhale, start to bring the knees back up to a center. If you're crossing the feet, come out of it, so both feet down to the floor. And you have the option to either take a happy baby by drawing the knees into the chest, and you can grab the outside of your ankles, or you can grab the pinky side edge of your feet and you can gently rock side to side. You can extend one leg long if that feels good. Or if there's any other poses you would like to take to close out your practice, you can always do that now, like a shoulder stand, a bridge pose, whatever feels good for you. Beautiful job, everyone. You can stay here for however long you would like, or you start to come into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. And a few options. You can take your standard Shavasana by bringing your feet out in front of you, and your hands can either be by your side. You can bring your feet together and let the knees open out to the side for a supine butterfly. Or you can place your left hand on the heart and the right hand on the belly. Those are all just options for you. Just do whatever feels good for you in your practice. As we all meet in our final resting pose, your Shavasana, you have the option to either have a soft gaze, or if you feel safe to do so, you can close your eyes. Start to quiet the mind. If you'd like to take a body scan, you can start from the crown of the head. Just imagine scanning down the body, releasing tension in between the eyebrows, releasing tension in the jaw, release tension in the neck, the shoulders, and then scanning down both arms, down the biceps, the triceps, the elbows, your forearms, your wrists, and finally all the way out to the fingers. And then scanning back up from the chest to the abdomen, towards the hips, the thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, and finally all the way out through your toes. I'm going to take a moment to go quiet and allow you to fully close out your practice, and I will wake you up when we're ready to go.
My birthday. Right.
If you would like to stay in your Shavasana for a little while longer, and are welcome to do so. So if you'd like to start to close out your practice, you can start to wiggle your fingers, start to wiggle your toes, start to bring some life and movement back into your body. Whenever you feel ready, on your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, point your toes, get as big as you can. And exhale, release. Start to roll over onto your favorite side. And then start to gently press yourself up to a seated position. And then we close out our practice the same way that we started. You can either have a soft gaze down in front of you, or you can keep your eyes closed if that feels good for you today. Start to roll the shoulders up to the ears, roll it back down. All together, let's take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, release. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh, let go. Final big breath here. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. This time, hold it at the top. See if you can sip in a little bit more air. Biggest sigh of the day. Let it all go. Release. If you set an intention for your practice, maybe take a moment to come back to it. Otherwise, whenever you feel ready, start to slowly open your eyes and get back into the space. Beautiful job, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming out here today. We are going to be here all summer long. You can check the schedule up at the front. You can follow me on social media and all that good stuff. I will be hosting a yoga retreat at the end of the season in Baja California, over in Mexico. If you wanted more details, you can check it out here. If you want to give donations for class today, you can scan the QR codes. I also have a jar for cash if you want to do that. I would love to get to meet you. I see so many new and familiar faces, so please come by and stop by after class. Come say hi. If you borrowed a gray blanket, if you wouldn't mind folding it up and placing it in the bins here at the front, and if you borrowed a mat from me, if you wouldn't mind rolling it up and bringing it up here, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, thank you again. I hope to see you around soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.